So hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to solve a new question, and this question is related to linked list, and from today onwards we are going to start our question from the linked list part, and today's question title is linked list cycle. So this is a very classic question. Let's see what is the question. So we have been given the head of the linked list, and what we have to do is that we have to find out that if there is a cycle exist in this linked list or not. We have been also given a POS, which is or defining that the cycle is going to be pointing to the which location. Here in example, you can see that POS equals to 1. That means the cycle from the its tail is going to point to the first position pointer, or you can first position node. So this is the overall question. That means basically we have to find a cycle in a linked list. So let's understand what is the question and how we can solve this. So here I have taken the example from the question, and this example you can see that we have been given the head, and using this head you can take or you can also get all the nodes present in that linked list. Also we have been given the position at which the tail is going to be pointing. That means the cycle is present. Now, this is a very classic problem, and the algorithm which is used to solve this question is known as Floyd cycle finding algorithm, and it is also known as tortoise and hare algorithm. And why is that tortoise and hare? Because of its approach. Because in this, we are going to simply use the two pointers, but with a specific instructions, or you can say a specific requirement. And what is that? That one pointer is going to act as a tortoise, and second is going to act as a hare. That means one is going to move fast and one is going to move slow. So now let's see how this is going to be work. So what we are going to do is that we are going to take two pointer. First is going to be a slow pointer S, and next is going to be fast pointer. Let's take it as F. So these two are pointers, and these two are, let's assume that they are starting at the starting position in which the race is going to start. Now what we need to do is that we need to move these pointers. Now, what will happen is that when they start running, we have to simply move our slow pointer one step and fast pointer two a step. Now, when the you move for the first time, what will happen is that this will move on, and your start will be now pointing to this position, and your fast is now pointing to this position. So, what will happen that we have moved slow to one time and fast two times. Now again in the next time when we it starts running, what will happen that start in again move. So your start will now come at this position, and your fast pointer is now come at this position. And why is that? Because we have a cycle, so it is going to move to the two positions. So let's remove the this ones. So this is the outcome which we got. That means your slow pointer is now at 0 and your fast is at 2. Now again when you move to the next, that means when they move on, what will happen? Similarly, your slow pointer will now at -4, and your fast pointer will again came at the -4. So this is a very interesting situation. What will happen is that both are moving at a different rate. That means the start pointer is moving slow. Slow pointer is moving slow, and fast pointer moving fast. So they should never get in touch at any point. But here you can see that these two are now pointing to the same node. So this is a clear indication that there is a cycle. That means they have now repeated the same path. That why the fast pointer is now pointing to the same location where the slow pointer is pointing. So this is the situation which is going to give us the output that the cycle is present or not. That means if this situation arises, this signifies that it consists of the cycle, and if this situation doesn't arises, that means there is no cycle. So this is the overall algorithm. Now let's code this. Now let's start by taking two pointers. So first pointer is going to be our fast pointer. Firstly at head, that means the starting position, and second we have slow pointer which is also initially at head. Now, next what we have to do is that we have to run a while loop in order to check. So, what is the condition is going to be? So, as you can see that your slow pointer is going to be behind the fast pointer every time, and if it is in loop, then this while loop is going to give us the output. That means we do not have to consider for the infinite loop, because we are going to check the condition, and it is going to be satisfied if there is a loop. The only thing which we have to consider is that if there is no loop, what is the condition is going to break the while loop. So here you can see that your slow pointer is already slow. Firstly, we have to check if your fast pointer is at the last position or not, or is null already or not. So if your first pointer is already at this position, that means last position, that means we cannot move onwards. Or if it is already null, we cannot move onwards. So we are going to check the same. That means we are going to check if f is not equals to null, and also what we have to check, that if our f next is not equals to null. That means we have checked that if it is not at the last position or if it is not already null. So while checking this, after what we have to do is that we have to move our fast pointer to a step and our slow pointer one step. So we are going to do the same. F is equals to f next, and our slow is going to be slow next. Now, simply what we have to do is that we have to check that if our fast is equals to else. So what we have to do, we have to simply return true. That means there is a loop. So that means there is a cycle. Now, if this doesn't exist, what will happen? That while loop will go on, and if in the simple condition, this condition will not satisfied, and the loop will complete. Now we have to simply return false if this is not true. That means there is no cycle. Now let's run this code. So this code is accepted. Now let's submit this. So this is successfully submitted. So this is the question for today, and this is a very interesting question in which we have learned the two pointer approach. And let's meet in the next video. And till then, keep learning, keep exploring, and stay tuned. You are going to see the solution for both Java and Python in the same video. Thank you.